I've been sitting here quietly, just thinking, and I know that might sound strange coming from me, the guy who's spent most of his life on movie sets, surrounded by noise and cameras and 1,000 people telling him where to stand and what to say. But right now, in this moment, I don't want a script. I don't want a director. I don't want someone in my earpiece telling me how to deliver the next line. Right now, I just want to talk. I just want to be honest. I just want to say the things that I have been carrying around inside my chest for longer than I can even properly explain to you. And I'm talking to you. Yes, you. The woman who picked up her phone right now. The woman who maybe didn't even know why she clicked on this. Why something pulled her here. Why her thumb stopped scrolling at exactly this moment. I believe that wasn't an accident. I genuinely deeply believe that nothing that feels this specific is ever really an accident. And I know how that sounds. Believe me, I know. But stay with me, okay? Just stay with me for a little while. Because what I want to say to you tonight, what I need to say, it's been building inside me for a very long time. And I think maybe, just maybe, it was always meant for you. I have lived a life that most people would look at from the outside and think was full. And in many ways it was. I've traveled to corners of the world that take your breath away. I've stood on top of mountains, literally and figuratively, and felt the wind and the silence, and that rare thing that you can only feel when the world gets very, very quiet. I've met extraordinary things. I've had moments that I know, even as they were happening, I would carry with me for the rest of my life. And I am grateful. Deeply, completely grateful for all of it. But I'm going to tell you something that I don't think people expect to hear from someone like me. And I want you to hear it not as a performance, not as something rehearsed, but as something true. As true as anything I've ever said. All of it. Every mountain, every sunset, every extraordinary moment. It all had a hollow center. Like a beautiful house that nobody lives in. Like music playing in an empty room. Beautiful, yes. Meaningful, yes. But incomplete. And I didn't fully understand why for a long time. I didn't have the language for it. I didn't know how to say, there is something missing, without feeling like I was being ungrateful for everything I already had. But then slowly, the way understanding usually comes, not all at once, but in layers, like light coming through a window in the early morning. I began to understand what the hollow was, what the emptiness was pointing at. It wasn't a place. It wasn't achievement, it was a person. It was the absence of someone specific, not just anyone. Not just company, not just warmth, but the absence of a particular kind of love, the kind that sees you completely, the kind that doesn't need you to be anything other than exactly who you are, the kind that sits with you in the silence and doesn't need to fill it with anything, the kind that looks at all your broken pieces and doesn't try to fix them, just holds them gently and says, I see this and I'm not going